What is up, guys? Today we're going to be making a damage system for the base itself, so when the enemy comes into contact with the base, it'll like blow up and do damage. And then we're going to create turrets, like actual turrets for the tower defense game. Crazy. Finally. So starting off here, we are in the marketplace for Epic Games Store, and this is the Paragon Gideon series thing. They have a whole Paragon series with like a bunch of different characters, and they have like all the abilities and stuff for them. Pretty cool. It's all free, which is awesome. Yeah. So I saw like a projectile that I'm going to use in this guy. So I'm just going to hit the add to project here. I usually have a backup of the stuff I'm working on in case I do some game breaking thing to it and then I just want to restart. So I like to have a backup just in case. So add to project. And while that is downloading, we can continue and do other stuff. So let's destroy this base first. So if you look over here, this base over here, I can hit this edit in blueprint and it'll just pull up the base, or I could just pull it up wherever I had it. Go into the viewport here, and in here we can add a box collision to this. Let's see. It's kind of small. If I double it, I think that'll fit around it. Yeah, that works. That works. Let's see. Oh, maybe I should make it for this box collision. Let's just check the collision presets on this. I don't want it to block my bullets. So if you hit the drop down arrow on the thing, you can go to custom and you can change these. I'm just gonna ignore it completely. Go back into the event graph, and what we want to do is we want to create an overlap collision with the box. So just click on this box here, and on component begin overlap, we're going to create conditions off of this. The other actor we're going to have is the BP enemy. And it's not popping up. I've had this problem before, and all you need to do is go into your enemy and just open it up, and it should work now. I'm not sure why that happens, but easy fix. So when this overlaps the box, it's going to get destroyed. So you want it to enact the decrease enemy message, so that we can keep the number right, so it knows still how many enemies are left on the battlefield, because there's conditions surrounding that. Player character, and we want to apply damage to the base. Which one I want to? I'm just gonna put 1. I think that's fine. And the damage actor is gonna be self. I'm just gonna make it like have a health of like 10, and then I'm gonna incrementally decrease it by 1 every time. But you could change that around. Maybe you want units that do more damage than others, so like one does 15. So you might want to make the base like 100, and then have all these other certain numbers, or 1,000 or whatever the hell. Variables. I want a base health. So this is going to be the health of the base. And Let's compile that. What do we say, 10? 10's a good number, I guess. All right, so when it hits on overlap, we want to spawn emitter at the location. I'm just gonna make this an explosion, just like the enemies. I could find something cooler later if I want to, I guess. Location, I'm just gonna promote this to a variable because I'm just gonna get the base location. I'm just gonna rename this, put base in here. I'll actually do that right now. So what I'm gonna do is go in here, it's already clicked on, but if not, just click on it and then it'll give you a location here. All you have to do is right click and copy. And then in the base location, right click on here and then paste. And that is the new location that the emitter is going to explode on. So we have that, and then we want to spawn the emitter, then destroy the actor. And the actor is going to be the enemy. So they land on it, explode, do damage, and that's it. Pretty simple. I'm gonna create a branch here. Set the condition. So if this is true, I want to set the new base health. And the base health is going to be, let me just get the base health, which is 10 at the default. And then I can subtract it. Subtract by this, the damage that we're applying. Ooh, let me scale this up. This is gonna be a small explosion on this. I'm just pressing tab to go through each value without having to click each thing. All right, so we have that, and then minus that, the condition is if it is greater than 0, apply this, and then we want to wait, let me do that again. This is going to be greater than 0 because it's going to set the new, once I set this, it'll have that already and you'll know if it's greater than 0. Base health subtracted, you're getting the new base health. All right, cool. And print string. I want to print string so I can actually see the decrease in health as the base gets blown up. If you just drag onto here, it'll auto convert it to a string. And then we want to, we probably need another branch condition. I don't even know if we need that last branch condition, but I just added that. I don't know if I need that. But for this, I'm going to grab the base health. And if that is, if the health is greater than or equal to, greater than? Less than. If it's less than or equal to 0, you can make it explode. I could have probably done equal to 0 for this, but in case we have stuff that goes over the health threshold, like the negative numbers, it's not going to trigger unless it is equal to 0 if it's an equal sign here. So having less than or equal to 0 makes it if it's goes past negative, so maybe you have like 15 damage to something, has 10 health left, and it blows up, it has -5, if it's equal to, it won't activate this. So it's good to have less than or equal to. And then destroy actor. And that is going to be a reference to self, but it already has self here, so that should be fine. I think that's good. I don't think we need to do anything else with that. If we do, I'll come back here. All right, so that should work. Let me go into the enemy real quick, because it's not in the enemy. Just kidding. It's in my third-person character. That's where you're spawning all the enemies. So under wave, if we want to hit the, just say multiply. If we want to multiply it by, I'm just going to multiply by 10. So this is the wave. So wave number 1, you multiply 10, then you get 10 enemies spawned. And then gives 10 enemies left alive. I'm just doing this for the testing sake. I also want to reduce this duration. 3 is kind of a lot of space in between. Let's see. All right, let's see this work. Enter. And I'm going to speed up to the end of this. And the health is dropping, and boom, it's destroyed. You could see the numbers in the corner. One was the decrease in enemies, and the other one was the base health. The float was the base health, the integer was the enemies decreasing. So that's working. Cool. Surprising. Surprised myself. All right, let's go to the tower. Or let's create a turret, not a tower. We already have a tower. So, turret. Oh my gosh, there's so much cat fur everywhere. I feel like cat fur is going to my nose. All right, let's create a... I don't know why I put BP here. Let's create an actor. So this actor is going to be the projectile. So BP underscore projectile. So this is going to be our projectile. Let's see. Default scene root. We're going to add a, I believe, cascade. Cascade, you can add whatever thing you want. If it's cascade, use cascade, which is the older system. If it's the newer, use Niagara. But cascade, I believe, is the Gideon one. Cascade particle system. Let's see. I'm just gonna look up projectile. Projectile. Maybe that will pull up what I'm looking for. Seeing hit reactions. What the heck is that thing? Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Hey, there we are. That's pretty cool. All right, so for this thing, I'm going to add a collision box on this. I might also make this a... Not collision box, sorry, the box collision. Oh my goodness, my sensitivity is crazy. Let me reduce that. Right click and mouse wheel in order to reduce that camera speed. Okay, so let me just make this reach the very tip of this thing. Let me turn off grid snapping here. Maybe I should have reduced this first. Let me reduce this by like half. 0.5. Okay, well, no, it's not even close. It's pretty good. That works. All right, that's my box collision. And like the tower, I'm just gonna set up a overlap event with the thing itself. I want the overlap events. I don't want this to block projectiles though. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just go to custom and then ignore projectile. I'm looking at this other stuff. I mean, I guess it can overlap everything else too. And I just won't have it trigger with anything else. Because I kind of want it to go through the floor and stuff like that. I don't want like the walls to block it at all. So on component begin overlap, hit a plus here. And we have our overlap event here. So what do we need here? I don't need these things. Maybe I'll need them later. I don't know. What do we want to do first? We want to set the rotation of the turrets so that they aim at the target. We want the projectiles to aim at the target as they're going because it has like a trail effect and stuff like that. So it's more important visually to have it aiming towards it. So I'm just going to create a new custom event here. And be like, I'm just going to call aim at target, I guess. Aim at target. And I did not add a, what is it called? It's like a projectile movement. I want to add this projectile movement because it has a bunch of cool stuff on it. It controls like speed and all this other stuff, and it has a homing component on it, which I'm probably going to use. So sets, how do I do this? Set velocity? Yeah, let me move this out of the way. I move this way too close. So if we set velocity and I get the location, so velocity, it's this. I guess I can get get velocity, I guess. No, I'm gonna get the world location. Location. I don't want it as a box. I'm just gonna be self itself. Okay, so I have the world location, and I can get. Can I get the? Do I want to get the linear velocity? No. I want to get the difference between these two. Get unit direction. Yes. Sorry. Get unit direction. Let me just duplicate this. Attach this here. So we have the world location of myself, and I'm trying to get the world location of what I'm aiming at. So let me just create a new variable of type target, and it's going to be, our target is going to be the enemy itself. which is an actor. So do that. Oh, okay. What? How do I do this? Did I need to attach this root component here? I mean, it's attaching. Okay. I guess it, oh, okay. It says target is a scene component. Okay. Target must have a location. Let me get actor. What if I do this? I might skip to that part. It worked, I think. Yeah, that works. Okay. Anyway, now I want to set the actor rotation because that's is what I'm going to be aiming at. If you drag off this and just attach it to this, it'll automatically convert it to the X vector rotation. And now that we have all this, I'm going to make sure this is valid first. Just get it and then right click and convert to a validated get. And if it is valid, I'm going to, what do I call it? Aim at target. I'm going to have it aim at target, which is the custom event that I created. And then I want to grab projectile movement, and I want to set up the homing thing. So it has a built-in cool little function here that says set homing target component. So what this is going to do is it's going to home in on the target when it's fired. So let's see this. I'm going to drag, what is this? This is a scene component. Okay. I thought I was going to auto convert like it did for the other one, but I'm pretty sure I just need to get the root component of the object. Delay. We want to delay this for about I don't know, like 1 second. Maybe like 2 seconds. 2 seconds, I guess. I don't know. So delay, and then we want to destroy the actor. I don't know how fast are these bolts going to be. I want to make this a little bit. So what this is going to do is after a period of time, it's going to destroy the projectile. I'm going to make it 10. So these can be like, I'm going to make these kind of like slowish bolts that after a period of time will destroy themselves, but they're slow, and then I'm going to make them high damage or something. So going down, speaking of damage, going down to this system over here, we want to get a sweep result for the, and break the hit result, because it has a bunch of things I want to use on here. Spawn an emitter at location, and this has a location thing. And how do I do it so it hits the enemy? get actor location here. There we go. I'm figuring things out as I go along. Sometimes there's a lot of trial and error. All right, what kind of explosion we want to use? What is this? Let me take a look. That looks pretty cool. Just gonna do it again. Nice. All right, I'll take it. We'll take it. Good enough. Then we want to destroy the actor. Destroy actor. After it spawns the emitter at the location. That actor is going to be the projectile itself. Get the actor of class. We want to get the BP enemy for this. And then after that, you want to apply the damage that's being done. And in this circumstance, I'm gonna make it 30, something high. I want it to be a lot more damaging than the gun, otherwise you might as well just use the gun for everything. So, this work. Damage causer, damaged actor is the hit. Yeah. The hit actor is the damaged actor. And I think that's it for that. All right. So I did that. I didn't set any of the settings. Wait, let me go back to that. Projectile movement. Initial speed. Let's do like 800. I'm going to reduce the enemy speed in a little bit, because they're like sprinting right now. 800, 800. Let's see. The gravity scale. Let's make that 0. I want them to like not have any drop. So if you have the gravity scale on, it'll drop your projectiles because there's gravity. But I kind of want these just to float. Do anything else here? No. I think I need to go into my homing thing. Check that. And homing acceleration magnitude. I'm just going to match the speed. Okay. So that, I think, is good. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, before I do that, I need to click here. I need to make this instance editable and expose on spawn, because I'm going to pull this up in the turret and I need to edit. I need these nodes. So by doing this, it's going to show this on the nodes of the BP projectile that I'm going to pull up over there. I'll show you what I mean later on in this. So let's go back into content folder, go into the turret, and let's actually create the turret. I'm going to make it of type pawn. So BP underscore turret. How do I want to make this? I'm going to, well, I might as well get a static. That's not what I was trying to do. Sorry. Bye-bye. Static mesh. And this is going to be like the base of the turret. Base. I'm going to drag this on here. And for this, I want a cylinder. Wow. I really am creative, aren't I? It's going to be a cylinder, and then I'm going to add... What do I want to add? Let me put a sphere on it. I'm so creative. Let me make this twice the size. Okay. Let me add the sphere again. I think that grew when yeah, because it's the default scene root. Wow, that looks like a turret, right? Right? Whatever. I'm not the most creative person. All right, so let me add a scene, and I'm gonna put the scene within this orb over here. And I turned on grid snapping so I could easily just drag things into it from the center. But if you want to get more precise with it, you can leave it off and then put it wherever you want in there, or make an actual turret or whatever. The function still works the same. So this is going to spawn it. So what I'm going to need to do is for the sphere itself, I need to remove like all the collision on it, like no collision. Custom. I made this projectile default in the previous videos. None of this other stuff matters. Okay. What else do I need? Blah, 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 blah. I need perception. So I'm going to add perception. AI perception. Not what I was trying to do. AI sensing. AI sensing. Sensing? Pawn sensing. Not AI sensing. Pawn sensing. Click here. And this basically has a sight radius. It has a hearing radius and LOS threshold and all this other stuff. And it actually gets pretty detailed. But all we're going to pay attention to is our visual sense. But let me remove this. Only sense players. If this is checked, it will only sense players. So it won't sense the enemy. See pawns, we want that checked. Hear noises, I'm going to disable that because I don't need that. For the peripheral vision angle, so peripheral vision, when it's talking about that, it doesn't mean 90 degrees in total. It means 90 degrees from the front outward. So it's your peripheral vision angle. So 180 will be 360. So 180 will see a full circle because it's 180 of your peripheral vision on each side. I believe that's how it works. If not, we're going to see. Anyway, so that's that. Do we need anything else? I think that's good. Whatever. We can go back to it if I need to. Anyway, so for this, I think all I need is the pawn sensing. So click here and it'll give you on C pawn, on here pawn, and all this other stuff. We want on C pawn. So we want on C pawn, we want to specify the pawn we're looking at. So cast to BP enemy, because I don't want it seeing me and then acting on that. So that's cast to that. We want to just want to get the actor of class. Get actor of class. And this is going to be BP enemy. Sorry, I was thinking about whether I needed to do this or if I could hook it up directly, but I don't think it'll work if I hook it up directly, but maybe it will. Spawn actor from class. And this is going to be the projectile we created. And this is why I needed to set the visibility here. So it allowed me to have this target on here. So now I can pick a target that I want the projectile to attack. So maybe I can just do this. I'll know it's wrong if it doesn't work. Or, well, maybe something else was wrong. Whatever. And if you do this drop-down menu, you can also get the owner. I don't know if I need to do this. Self, get a reference to self. Maybe I should test this stuff out first, but I don't know. I ad-lib a lot of stuff. I know what I'm basically doing, but I then go off the rails a little bit. Get world transform base and sorry, not base, scene. I want it to come from the scene. So this is going to be the this is where it's going to be spawning from, which is going to be within the sphere over there. And should be it, right? Yes, and then I wanted to reduce the speed of the enemies. That's right. Content enemy, BP enemy, and then I want to get their character movement. And what does it say right now? 600. Let's go like 400. Still decently fast, but not like sprinting like they are. Might even want to reduce that a little bit more. We'll see. Let me test this out. I didn't put any towers down. All right, let me grab the towers. Or turrets. I keep calling them towers. That's huge. Wait, let me reduce the distance of the pawn sensing for sight radius. So you do that by hitting pawn sensing, and it has this thing that says sight radius here. And all you have to do is reduce this. I'm gonna reduce it to like 3,000. It might still be really big. That's still kind of big, but not as big. And we can see it break, hopefully, the distance. Now play. And enter. Fingers crossed. Hey, that's super fast. Holy crap. Oh, not only that, but they're running into themselves. Can we ignore? Ignore actor when moving. Projectile. The box. Or can it just be self? No, maybe it just needs to be the box itself. Does that work? Oops. Yeah. Pause save. Let's see. That should be fine. Hey, it's future me. This didn't do anything. For one thing, I didn't even check. It should ignore. But even if I did, this didn't really do anything. So let me just get rid of this thing and connect this back up. And then let's go back down here, and I'm going to change some things around here. So if I cast this to BP enemy, do that and hook up the hit actor here. And then I want to make sure that this is equivalent. They call it equal, but that's the equivalent sign. And attach this here. And if I create a branch here to make sure this is true, let's see, I can't tell what anything is going to anymore. Everything's all crowded. Let me move this. Think that's good with that. Cool. Feature me out. Also, what is that speed? Let me... This is where the delay needs to go. So let me delay this by like 3 seconds. Cast a BP enemy, delay for like 3 seconds, and then fire. Wait, what did I delay over here? Oh, that's the delay of that. Okay. Let's see how this works. Play. Enter. Huh? Why is one shooting at it and the other one is shooting off into the ether? Is it this thing? Maybe it is. I think it is. Let me go back. Get actor of class. That makes like no sense to me. Get actors of class. I feel like the default is always actors of class. Let me get actor of class, BP enemy, and return value be the target for this. See how that works. Hey, what's up? It's future me again. Just to show you how the end looks with the new additions I added with the other future me talking about earlier on. So let's implement those. They're already implemented. Let me play and show you what it looks like. All right, let's hit enter and let's take a look. All right, comes within range. Cool. Let's see if the collisions collide with each other. Let's see, are they gonna collide? Maybe here? No, they just took that enemy. Okay. Yeah, see, there was no collision when those projectiles ran into each other now. So, fixed it. All right. That's it for this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.